Hey everybody, happy Monday. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. Now I was supposed to get up at 4:30 so I could leave by 5:30 to get to the airport for my 7:30 flight connecting through Fort Lauderdale to Cancun. But I was so excited. I woke up at like 3:30 and I didn't have to pee. I was just like, brains awake, ready to go. Started thinking about like the things that I was thinking about the night before and just like picked up right where I left off. Didn't even feel tired. Starting to feel tired a little bit now. But you know what? I'm choosing to enjoy it anyway, man. I'm excited. And I think this is the first time that I've gotten up this early and not felt like mad about it. That's saying a lot, because normally I get mad about a lot of stuff in the morning when I'm up early. So I've been messing around with this analogy for a while, and I've kind of developed it a little bit further to describe what it's like for us, or what it should be like, or should feel like. And don't read too much into the word "should." Like you're gonna want to live your life like this with this analogy, and I'm gonna give you the ups and downs of it as well. Now, previously, the analogy I would use to encourage myself to enjoy my life, you know, the journey instead of the destination, was like a staircase. Like trudging up the staircase, you know, it's a grind. You know, I hate climbing stairs. Who likes climbing stairs? Ugh. And this is why I don't want to use this analogy anymore. Climbing stairs, we just like, it's heavy, it's hard, our heart rate's up, we're sweating, we just want to rest. We just want to rest and enjoy ourselves. And so, like, so many of us are just like tired on the staircase of life, right? And so I propose that we adopt a new analogy, and I'm going to call it the horizon analogy. So I want you to imagine yourself in a boat, okay? Now, your boat could be like a 100-foot yacht, it could be a rowboat, and maybe your boat represents like the quality of your life right now, right? Know that you can upgrade that boat, right? We're cruising towards the horizon. Now, let's just get all the euphemisms out of the way. The horizon is the end of your life, right? I don't think that it's the end of your impact, and in that way, you can look at the horizon as like never ending. Like you can see it, and it's the closer you get to it, the further away it feels, you know. So you keep going, and so that's the depth of the impact you could have with your life, right? Even though your human life is limited, right? We're all gonna die. So that is the horizon mentality. Now I want you to imagine along the way, so you're looking towards the horizon, and there's a lot of depth between you and where the horizon is, right? Now along the way, you're seeing all these like islands kind of dotting. Some are closer than others. Other boats, other perils, maybe off in the distance over here you see a storm, right? It's still beautiful. That's the thing I really want us, me included, preaching this to me. This is the first time I've spoken it out in this much detail, so I'm speaking it to me as much as I'm speaking it to you right now. Looking at the ugly things on the horizon, like the storm, the lightning, you know, those things that are coming our way, like they're still beautiful. And you can look behind you to see where you've been and see, okay, I see what I've learned, and I know that those storms have something hidden in them that I'm supposed to learn. And so that's the way you can think of, you know, the ugly things on your horizon. But there's many beautiful things too, and I like to think of those as islands, different places that we hang out for a little while, and you could call those seasons of life. Along the way. And so you're cruising along in your boat, and you're going to stop off this island where you learn a new skill. And then you're going to be done with that island. You're going to cruise off to another island. I can't believe there's 10 of you guys watching at 5 in the morning. Good morning. You're going to cruise to another island where you're going to learn another skill. You're going to meet somebody, or you're going to break up with somebody, or you're going to have a kid, or you're going to get married, or you're going to get divorced, or all these different islands that you're going to hang out and spend time in, seasons of your life. Enjoy those islands. There's something to be gained from all of those islands, right, as we're heading towards the horizon. So the destination is not the beautiful horizon, right? We're supposed to enjoy that horizon and enjoy the view, right, the whole time we're headed towards it, right? And again, the horizon is the end of your physical human life. Not necessarily the end of your soul, your spirit, or the work that you've done, and the ripple effect that it can have, right? The end of your human life. So as you're headed there, you know, don't just focus on don't skip islands, you know, don't try to avoid things, just take them as they come and see what there is to learn from it. So again, like that storm's coming your way, it's still beautiful on the horizon. Appreciate it for what it is. You know, sadness, fear, all these weird emotions that we feel, they're not our enemies. They're things that allow us to learn about ourselves. So any tragedy that you experience on any of these islands, don't say like, oh my gosh, that island sucks, I hate it. Like, even the worst things, even the worst mindset you've ever been in, even the worst mistakes, that so-called mistakes or failures, so-called failures, I don't necessarily believe in failure. That's another video topic. But all those so-called things that we could give a bad name to and banish from the island, or like we want to leave a warning sign on the island for other people, like do not stop here, keep going. Like, it is not worth it. It is worth it. Our pain can become our passion and our purpose, right? So what would life be if everything was happy all the time? If every single island that dots the waters along the way to the horizon, the end of our human life, what if everything was happy? Without sunshine, without rain, you can't appreciate sunshine. Can't talk. Without sadness, we wouldn't know what happiness and joy were, right? So balance, right? Some islands are totally gonna suck, but you're always gonna leave that island better than you were when you landed on it. Okay, so anytime you find yourself in a shitty situation, really crappy situation, sorry for you super conservative folks out there, it's just a word. It's just a word. Anytime you find yourself in that kind of situation, instead of feeling sorry for yourself or feeling like a victim, look for the lessons. Look for how you maybe are reacting differently now versus the way you used to react, right? I love to describe, you know, the old me would have done this, and now the new me is, I mean, I just did it today. Like, the old me hated getting up early for a flight, dreaded it. It ruined my morning. It made me on edge. It made me snappy at Ben. It made me just, really irritable. This morning is different. And so, I mean, yeah, I'm getting up early. Am I happy about it? No, but I'm going to make the best of it, and I'm going to have some fun, and I'm going to read some books, listen to some podcasts, and just get excited about my trip to Cancun. Going to Cancun for 3 nights today. I'll be back Thursday night. I'm going to get some work done while I'm gone, just have a really nice time. And that's going to be a cool island that I stop on, right? Yeah, so I'm hoping you guys get that analogy. Just think of yourselves on boats, and you can upgrade the boats. Like, you're going to find, like, boats for sale, boats for free, right? You're going to be able to exchange your boat. You're going to be able to upgrade your boat. Sometimes you'll have to downgrade your boat to make it to the next island, right? You can continue to develop that analogy. The tools you have on your boat, the people you have on your boat are going to change. The only constant in life is change, right? And so you're never going to stop at the same island twice. Even if it feels like you do, there's always something new to learn. There's a reason that you're there again, or what feels like again. So, yeah, I hope that's helpful. I am definitely still in the learning process with this, but I've come a long way in terms of developing that analogy. It's no longer this, like, annoying staircase that we're schlepping up and we just want to stop and rest for a while and get to know ourselves, right? We're getting to know ourselves on the journey, man. I'm cruising along in my boat. My boat does look a lot better than it did when I was at my worst, when I got fired in 2011. My boat looks a heck of a lot better, and so I'm enjoying that instead of saying, you know what, I see this ginormous boat on this beautiful tropical paradise, you know, 2 years ahead, you know, and I really want to be there. I'm not focusing my energy on that because I'm going to miss everything that's around me. I'm going to miss all these beautiful islands that I'm going to get to enjoy along the way to that ginormous island with the yacht, right? That I'm going to get to upgrade my boat. Like, yeah, that's going to be cool, and it is exciting to think about where I could be, where you could be, where all of us could be in the next 2, 4, 6, 10 years, and so many of us underestimate what's possible in 10 years. So much is possible. Like, I just posted yesterday a status where I was like celebrating, it was a Facebook memory, where I was celebrating that it took me only 36 minutes or 39 minutes to get home. I was like, this is a win. And I'm like, whoa, things have changed. Like, that island, the island I was on in 2009, I think, yeah, man, things have changed. So it is exciting to think like, okay, I'm really happy, really enjoying things in my life right now. This island rocks, like, just enjoying the heck out of it, but I'm gonna move on, and there are big, beautiful things ahead, and there's storms. I might not see any right now, but there are going to be storms. Tornadoes might rip some island apart, like, might lose some hair, might need to get some things repaired on the boat. Anything could happen, right? But I know, like, from looking back, looking behind at the places that I've been, and seeing that I've made it through, right, to where I am today, right? We appreciate where we are, and we know that we are where we are because of what's happened to us in the past. So how would that be any different, 2, 3, 4 islands ahead, yeah? So appreciate that. Know that where you are is exactly where we're supposed to be, and things come into your life for a reason. You met me for a reason, if you're following me because of Proofread Anywhere or Work at Home School or the podcast, or you found me for some reason. We're friends for a reason. We cross paths, and so there's probably something I can learn from you, and there's probably something you can learn from me. Maybe, maybe, I'm here to point you to another direction, right? Maybe that's my purpose for you, and that's fine. Maybe we're gonna work together for a long time. Maybe, we'll become best friends. We don't know. But it's exciting to think about, what are the possibilities on the island that we're on right now? Like, have we fully explored it? Have we asked questions, or are we too busy thinking about what islands we haven't been to yet and how we're going to get there? So, food for thought for a Monday morning. I hope that was helpful. Leave me a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. What island are you on? How are you enjoying it? How are you learning from the islands you've been on in the past? And how are you enjoying where you are on the way to where you're going? Let me know.